allies of Prime Minister Imran Khan are ready to abandon him, Maryam Nawaz. Prime Minister Imran Khan is targeting the opposition, according to PMLN Vice President Maryam Nawaz, because he knows his party's lawmakers are ready to jump ship because of his failures owing to a lack of popular support, failure to deliver, and incapacity to rule the nation. Imran Khan is turning his guns on the opposition because he knows his party's MPs are ready to abandon him as a result of his failures, Maryam Nawaz stated outside the Islamabad High Court, IHC. She said that the Prime Minister was no longer tenable for anybody since he knew his ship was stranded in the storm. According to Maryam, Treasury members of national and provincial parliament, as well as government sympathizers, will not be able to carry the burden of the administration's failings into the next election campaign. She encouraged members of the PTI's national and provincial legislatures to cease supporting the administration since the country was in turmoil and terror attacks were on the increase. Whenever you go to see the people, wear a helmet, Maryam advised, adding that the people would grab him by the collar. She said that although PMLN chief Nawaz Sharif initially opposed presenting a no-confidence resolution against Imran Khan, the party's Central Executive Committee persuaded him that listening to people's aspirations is the best way to get the nation out of its predicament. The PMLN leader said that the people want the Prime Minister to resign, and that Nawaz heard them and endorsed the no-confidence vote. She said that the opposition will first launch a resolution of no confidence, and that the decision on who would become Prime Minister would be made afterwards. She stated Nawaz Sharif could not return to the nation owing to medical concerns when asked about his trip intentions. Although the PMLN leader stated that inflation had increased by more than 500% in many areas, the Prime Minister only proposed a 15% rise in government employee compensation. The Islamabad High Court, IHC, stated absence of evidence would result in a different judgment during the hearing on the Evenfield reference appeals on Thursday. Will the daughter be judged responsible if the father built the property unlawfully and transferred it to his son? According to a local media site, the court said that the petitioner just has to show that NAB was unable to establish the case. The court expressed worry over the NAB's answer to Maryam Nawaz's plea and questioned about its progress. The Evenfield reference appeals were considered by a divided bench consisting of Justice Amir Farooq and Justice Mohsin Akhtar. NAB did not finish the essential elements of the case, according to Maryam Nawaz's legal counsel Irfan Qadir, and the true amount and source of the assets were not stated in advance. It also fails to fulfill the standards of NAB Ordinance Section 9A. Maryam Nawaz may be released on bail if the judge so desires. The Supreme Court's views, according to Justice Amir Farooq, were preliminary in nature. We won't look at the evidence, instead, we'll look at the trial transcript. It remains to be seen if the NAB will be able to back up this claim with proof. There would be no delay today, according to Justice Mohsin Akhtar, and the NAB should answer all of the questions first. Maryam Nawaz claimed to be the trustee of the property, according to NAB prosecutor Sardar Mazahar. The NAB showed Maryam was their beneficial owner and that the trust document was forged, as shown by the trust deed presented in the Supreme Court before the JEET. The document is not fraudulent, according to Justice Amir Farooq, but it will be labeled as predated since both signatories still believe in dates. Captain, Raid, Sifter received no punishment for seeing these signatures. The court ordered the parties to review the case documents and postpone the hearing until February 17. Meanwhile, top PMLN leader Hussain Iqbal claims that 5 of Imran Khan's ministers have made contact with his party and are willing to join the opposition if they are promised a ticket to run in the upcoming general elections. The PMLN Secretary General told the media that 5 ministers are in communication with the PMLN leadership and are always ready to break away from Imran Khan. They informed us that they had served in several administrations but had never seen such a huge liar and tyrant in their political careers as Imran Khan, he claimed. Iqbal said that the Pakistan Democratic Movement's leadership would meet on February 11 to consider all constitutional and political alternatives for overthrowing the government. Now it's up to the government's supporters, such as the MQM, PMLQ, and GDA, to determine whether they'll continue to provide oxygen to the government or stand with the people who are suffering from price hikes, unemployment, and other issues, he added. He predicted that March 23 will be a watershed moment in Pakistan's history, with people flocking to Islamabad from all corners of the nation. Following the disqualification of Faisal Wara by the Election Commission of Pakistan, ECP, for hiding his US nationality, the PMLN leader pointed out that the State Bank of Pakistan Amendment Bill, which was rammed through the Senate, had no legal standing. Prime Minister Imran Khan was chastised by opposition leaders in public forums, and a Hussain Iqbal said that instead of holding the coveted post, the Premier should work in a circus. The economy of the country has been wrecked, the budget deficit has reached 1,850 billion rupees, and Pakistan is facing isolation in the international community, while our Prime Minister acts like a fool, he remarked.